Hello,
How are you today?
pretty good.
Good.
Yeah, I'll share the screen and last lesson review. Ah, in our in our lesson, I learned a lot, especially about vocabulary nuance, like the difference between bright and warm. So you said the bright person, it means smart. Uh,
Mhm.
we tried role playing games, so it's better the uh warm person. Mm,
Mhm.
does it
Okay.
make sense?
Yeah. It means like
Uh,
a happy and
happy.
um, the best way I could describe a warm person is think of like when you're hanging out with grandma making like muffins or something. That's like
Nothing. Uh,
a warm person. They're like
uh,
very kind, very fun kind of
it's
thing.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, and yeah. So you explained how they can carry different culture meaning too. That really helped me understand why the word choice matters.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yes,
Good.
I really appreciate that. It makes excited to keep learning. English feels more like a living, breath language now. Thank you so much.
Good.
Let's go. Weekly question. I'll continue. This month's topic theme, uh, physical books and ebooks. And this question is simple. Do you read a lot? My answer, no. Reading books has become a lower priority for me when it comes to learning English. Recently, my pace of reading has decreased uh, to 2 books a month. Since COVID-19, I have chosen to use video content as a meaning of gathering information instead of reading books. However, there are two cases in which I still read books. First case, when I want to systematically learn about new field. Second things Second case is when I'm interested in the perspective of an author on a specialized topic. As the meaning of gathering information have diversified, diversified, I want to read books with a clear purpose in mind. That's all.
Okay. Interesting.
How
It's
about you,
similar
Troy?
here.
Uh,
I don't like books.
uh,
The only
you
books
like
I've ever read were school books that I had to
uh,
read,
uh,
or like comic books. That's about
comic
it.
books?
So
Uh,
I haven't really read books. I always do the video content uh, for kind of two reasons. In the past, like when I was a
uh,
chef and stuff,
chef.
I often didn't have a lot of free time, and
Hmm.
so I would, yeah, just listen to
Listen.
things because I would be working and listening. Um,
Uh,
and then two, a second reason is, uh, yeah, I don't necessarily like because I don't even really watch things. It's more of just
watch
listening.
things. Uh,
So the second thing is more of it gives me extra time to do other things. Like while I'm doing things, I now have extra time. So instead of just watching it or reading something, listening to it while doing the dishes, while cleaning the floors. I can do any of those kind of things, and then yeah, save myself some time. So
mm,
that's why I do it.
mm.
Pretty simple, but yeah,
You are you are multitask person, right?
uh, kind of. Uh,
It's nice.
I can
Good.
do kind of two things, but it
Mm,
has to
mm,
be two easy things, right? So listening
mm,
plus
listening class.
washing dishes or something, right?
Mm,
I can do that, but can't like listen and do my homework, for example. That would be too difficult. But yeah.
Nice. Thank you for sharing. So I'm interested in your logical talking. So that's why. So so this topic I learned. So you get you gather the information to listening instead of reading a book, right?
Mhm. Well, I don't know if it's so logical or anything like that. I think it just kind of stems from when I was young. I just didn't like books, but I still like the content. So I want to have that content somehow, but I don't want to read. I think that's where it mainly comes from. And if I can kill two birds with one stone, get the content while also washing dishes or doing house chores, why not do both, right?
Why not do no?
So I don't know if it's very logical. It's just more of like, yeah, why not? But yeah.
So I can understand easy to your talking. This is because you are so logical topic. You want to, you helped me. Your topic helped me learning English. Thank you.
Oh, no problem. Good.
Yeah.
So let's see these questions.
Yes. Please ask
Okay.
me.
Okay. In what situation do you try hard to retain information?
When I study English words, I try to keep them in my head by viewing a lot. Sorry.
When do you feel the need to recharge yourself?
After a busy week, I just want to crash and sleep all day to recharge.
I want to crash and sleep all day to recharge. Yeah. Normally with crash though, we use it kind of by itself. Like I crashed yesterday.
I crashed yesterday.
But you got to be careful with that because if I say I crashed yesterday, you might think my car.
Accident.
Yeah. So if you want to use it by itself, you normally say crash out. I crashed out yesterday, meaning like I just fell asleep yesterday.
Crash out.
Yeah.
Thank you. Crash out.
If you're using it by itself. But yeah, fair enough.
Otherwise, crash word, it's so
passed out.
Passed out.
I just want to pass out and sleep all day.
Pass out. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Oh.
I'm back.
Hey.
Okay. Sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Sorry, I must have lost internet for a second. Okay. Sorry. When does the format of content matter to you?
When I'm learning new things new. When I'm learning something new. I like videos better because they are easier to get.
When do you prefer reading over watching videos?
When I really want to focus, I go for reading.
Oh, interesting. When do you read to escape from reality?
When life feels too heavy, I dive into fantasy novel to escape.
Really? Okay, I don't know that author, but okay. How do you usually consume information these days?
Mostly YouTube and podcasts lately.
Mhm. Oh, there we go. Okay. And when was the last time you borrowed a book?
Last month, I grabbed a business book from the library.
Okay. Uh,
Thank you.
last time I borrowed a book was like 10 years ago.
Woo, nice.
So a little while
Yeah,
ago.
yeah. Grab the book. Do you often use?
Well, I don't because I don't read.
Uh,
But yeah, you
uh,
can use it. People
borrow,
use
borrow,
it.
borrow the book and
Well, if it's from the
and
library, you don't really. You are borrowing from the library, but you generally would just say, "Yeah, I grabbed the book."
mm,
Like you could say, "I borrowed a book from Troy." Like,
Troy,
hey, you want a book? Here, borrow this, and I grab you one. But
grab
if
it.
it's from the library,
Mm,
yeah, you just grab a book. Or
mm,
uh, I don't
grab
know
the
what
book.
it's like in Japan, but in Canada we also sign out books because you have to sign
Mm,
your name that you took the book, and then
oh,
return the book, right?
mm, oh,
Uh, so uh, yeah, signing out is also one.
mm.
Last month I signed out a business book from the library. But
Oh, nice.
yeah, anyways.
Okay. And uh, first topic. So I speak the gather gather the information, and in this case, so retain information. Do you often use retain information, gather information, catching up the
I would
information?
probably I'd probably say gather is more common.
Mm,
Retain is more special, I guess. So
mm.
like we would use retain in a writing setting, but we might not say it.
Mm. Thank you. Okay. Next one. I'll oops. Please wait.
Yeah, no problem.
This weekly vocabulary. Retain, recharge, recharge, format, prefer, escape, consume, borrow, borrow.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Please ask me. 7 words.
In what situation do you try hard to retain information?
When I study English words, I try to keep them in my head by reading a lot, reviewing a lot.
When do you feel the need to recharge yourself?
After a busy week, I just want to. Sorry, it's
These are the same questions.
same question. Sorry. Oops. This one. これか.
Ah,
Please try one more.
okay,
Number
no
one.
problem. How often do you read books now?
Maybe 2 books a month. Pretty slow.
Okay. Um, why has reading books become a lower priority for you?
Because I found video quicker and easier to learning.
Okay, makes sense. What kind of video content do you watch to learn English?
Mostly interviews and news clips.
Okay. How many books do you read in a month recently?
About 2 books a month.
Okay. When do you still choose to read books?
When I want to dig deep into something new.
We normally would say uh, deeper, dig deeper into something.
Dig deep. Dig deeper. Please type me dig Deeper.
Yeah, just ER. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Why do you read books when learning about a new field?
Because books explain things in a more organized way.
True. Okay. How does reading an author's perspective help you?
It helps me think of different angles.
Okay. How has your way of gathering information changed after COVID 19?
I use videos way more now.
Okay. Uh, do you think video content is more efficient than books?
Yeah, for quick updates, definitely.
True. Uh, and what is your purpose when you decide to read a book?
To really understand one topic deeply. That's all. Yeah. I mistake switch.
Yeah, yeah.
First
We
one
read
I
the
want
second.
to.
Yeah.
I want so regularly. So I talking about. I ask this question
Mhm.
regularly. Topic one. It's a weekly question.
Yeah.
The
No problem. We just
topic
reversed
two.
it. Yeah.
Topic two. Uh, weekly vocabulary.
Yes. Well, that's
Mm,
okay though.
mm,
As long as we read both of them, and we corrected both of them,
uh,
so nothing wrong with that.
thank you.
Uh, okay.
Yeah. Role
Now,
playing game. Uh, Topic Japan event in May. Hey Troy, are you planning to go to any event in May?
maybe I want to retain some energy for Golden Week.
Good idea. I usually recharge by going to a quick temple.
That sounds nice. I prefer outdoor events though.
Oh, I get it. It's a good escape from daily life, right?
Totally. I love to consume new experiences.
If I want to, I can lend you a guidebook I borrowed from the library.
Thanks. That would be super helpful.
Nice. Okay.
Like I said, the only weird one would be retain,
Retain.
uh, because we just don't use that word as often. It's more like a writing word, like
Writing word.
a bit better.
It's
Uh,
better gather.
like,
Keep
well,
keep
maybe I want
some.
to,
Keep
yeah, keep some energy for Golden Week. Keep or uh,
keep
I want to, yeah,
reserve.
keep is probably
Reserve.
reserve, but reserve is similar to retain, where we
Retain.
just, when it's something simple like this, remember when it comes
Keep
to speaking, because you have your voice and you have your body language,
body
you don't
language.
normally want to go complicated with speaking,
Mm.
especially when you're talking to like a friend.
Mm.
Uh, so you could say retain or all these other words, uh, but it just would be weird for like a casual kind of thing. That's why I kind of said it's more for writing, because with
Mm.
writing you have to be perfect. You have to use better vocabulary, etc.
Mm.
Where
Etc.
in person you don't need to, because you can always, if they are confused, like what do you mean by keep some energy? You could always just say, well, I just want to make sure I
Keep
have more
energy.
energy, right?
Mm.
So it's better to be more basic
Mm.
or general when it's more
Mm.
casual conversation. But yeah,
Mm.
not a big deal.
Okay. So I prompted so using this word. Uh,
Mhm.
this situation is a role playing game. It's a casual conversation. It's a mistake.
Mhm.
The choosing the word and this situation. It's a
Well,
mismatch.
yeah.
Mm.
Well, the word works is just a bit strange. Like
Mm.
the meaning is correct,
Meaning is
uh,
correct.
but yeah, it's just not very common to use that word.
Mm.
Yeah.
Thank you. By the
Yeah.
way, I want to ask you one one pronunciation. Quit and quit. What's the difference?
Quiet.
Quiet.
Quit.
Quiet tempo.
Yeah, quiet.
Quiet tempo.
Yeah, think of it like what
Ka-
I
Quiet.
it. Quiet.
Quiet is
And then the other one is just
TD tempo. TD tempo.
Yeah, like a quiet, right?
Quiet.
And then quit is just quit, like that.
Quit.
Yeah.
Quiet. Quit.
Yeah.
Quit. Quiet.
So that's the only difference. Is one has like an I in the middle, and one doesn't.
I quit my job, or I go to a quiet tempo.
Yeah. Or of course, like I, or like be quiet, or I think you should quit.
Quit.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, one is like stopping something, and the other one's just shh, right? Quiet.
Okay. Thank you. Let's try role-playing game. Hey Troy, are you planning go to any events in May? Maybe I want to keep some energy for Golden Week. Good idea. I usually prefer no prefer by going to quiet tempo. No.
I usually
No. Recharge. I usually recharge by going to quiet tempo. That sounds nice. I format. I usually prefer. Sounds nice. I prefer outdoor events. You said that sounds nice. I prefer outdoor events. Outdoor events. Oh, get it. It's good format from daily life, right? Totally. I love to consume new experience. If you want to, I can lend you a guidebook I borrow from the library. Thanks. That would be super helpful.
Another one I kind of noticed there is consume.
Consume.
Consume normally, like you think of consume as like eating and stuff.
Eating.
So
Consume content.
Yes. Generally speaking, though, we use consume for physical things. Generally. Content is one of the few mental or like non-physical things that we consume. But for example, experience or like travel or something like that, you don't really consume that. You more consume maybe my car consumes oil. Like it's normally a physical thing like that. So like, yeah, I love to consume online content. That's okay, but I love to consume new experiences. Probably not. You probably would just say, I'd love to. I'd love to have new experiences, or I love to
dive into new experience.
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah, that one would be fine. But yeah, probably just not consume.
Consume. Consume is a physical.
90% of the time, it's physical. where like I said, you could consume content which is not really physical, but generally speaking, yeah, you consume something physical.
In this case, it's better dive into. I love to dive into.
Yeah.
Or use. I love to
Physical
use
has
it.
an H, by the way. Physical.
Use or absorb new experience. No, it's a writing style.
Absorbed is more of writing. Now, absorb is better than consume, but just like consume, it's not necessarily for this context. You probably would use absorb for something else. Like you might say something like, just relax and absorb the new experience. Like if someone is like being nervous and doesn't like is worried about doing the new thing, you could say like, just relax, absorb the new experience. It'll be fun. Something like that. But again, it's a bit more context dependent, where it depends on the context.
Thank you so much. Okay. Let's try again. It's a reviewing. Hey Troy, are you planning to go to any events in May?
Maybe. I want to keep some energy for Golden Week.
A good idea. I usually recharge by going to a quiet temple.
That sounds nice. I prefer outdoor events though.
Oh, I get it. It's a good escape from daily life, right?
Totally. I love to have new experiences, or I love to dive into new experiences.
If you want to, I can lend you a guidebook I borrowed from the library.
Thanks. That'd be super helpful.
Thank you.
So
Nice.
a bit better with those words changed. But yeah, good.
Good. Okay. It's finished, so 2 minutes. So it's closing this lesson, and we talking about physical book versus physical books and ebooks. In this question, do you read a lot? So I shared. So since COVID-19, I bet I prefer physical ebooks, video contents instead of books for gathering information. And recently I took I enjoy online conversation in this platform. So it's important things to organize my information and different from nuance in 2 words and pronunciation different from pronunciation. Your kindful feedback help me learning English. Thank you. Please have a feedback in this lesson.
I guess the biggest feedback is be careful with the context. Depending on context, like I said with absorb, you can use absorb with new experiences, but you wouldn't use it in the situation you have, right? So making sure you know the differences for context words, where sometimes it's okay and sometimes it's not okay, depending on context.
Context was, yeah. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye. Bye.
Yes.
That's all.
My computer's stuck.